yet full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined, laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. We're tall and talking, big and brains.
Okay. All right. Again? One more? What do you say? One more? Then we're done?
Yes, please.
No fucking way, man. We took a week off from this and I missed your little face.
We're doing 4.
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe, yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But hey, let's do this again here. One more little fun thing.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, we just did an episode before this, and before that we had we did one the week before that or 2 weeks ago.
It's like
and
we're slacking.
We took a week off. I know.
Our listenership has slipped, I will say.
Well, it's because we're slipping, dude.
That's fair.
We haven't been promoting it at all. I haven't been posting.
Here's the problem. I don't think our listeners keep us accountable.
Yeah, I have noticed something. I've heard from several people, and they're just like, "Holy shit, it's funny I see you today because I just binged your podcast." Right?
Really?
So I think, yeah, like
on
my
purpose.
my sister was like, "Oh, I was cleaning my room and we're doing something, unpacking or something." It's just like, "Why am I just binging your podcast?" I'm like, "Because you're a fucking genius. That's why you're doing it, right? You know what's good for you." Yeah.
Or you just want to get it over with.
Yeah,
Like a Band-Aid.
eventually it'll get to the end.
Oh, God. So
and
you're
they'll
still
stop
going.
doing it.
Yeah.
But this might be our last week at the main ingredient because it's getting hot here. We have secured a space for hopefully next week.
The bathroom at a Greyhound bus station.
Well, the acoustics, my friend.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, seriously, I call sitting on the toilet. You're standing. But follow up to an episode we had with the lovely Sam Richardson. I always say it wrong. Sorry, Sam. We talked about fun things and enjoying experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons we weren't recording last week is because me and my wife went to Las Vegas for a little birthday trip for me because I'm getting old. And
is it your birthday already, or is it coming up?
Oh, thanks for remembering, but it's past. It was a couple days ago.
All right. Well, I'm not going to say happy birthday.
That's fine. I don't really expect you to. I just expected a goddamn.
I'm going to put it in my calendar, though.
Okay, great. You don't even know what day it is.
Nope.
Yeah, but we went to Las Vegas. And if you ever get a chance to go to Las Vegas, if it ever happens for you, get in, get out, get some good food.
Right.
We went to the Pinball Museum, but then we went to the Sphere. Yeah. Are you guys familiar with the Sphere in Las Vegas?
Ball, right? Big ball.
It's the big round ball thing, but on the inside. You guys went to the planetarium when you were a kid?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the planetarium, so you kind of lay back, it's all the stars.
Yes,
and
I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was just.
Well, he's.
He's muted anyways.
No, not anymore.
Oh, you unmuted him. Right on.
Yeah.
So, but we went to the Sphere and we saw the Dead and Company, which is basically the Grateful Dead minus Jerry Garcia, and then they put in John Mayer, plays some guitar.
No.
And, what's going on with John? What happened?
Can't do it, John.
Too pretty?
No, it's just a mealy.
I mean, it's not a lot of singing. It's a lot of guitar.
A lot of complaining about women.
Not during this concert, though. I'm just saying he wasn't like, "Hello, everybody. I'd like to do a 20-minute set on why women are shitty." It wasn't that kind of show.
It's not like a jam session on how he lost Katy Perry.
No. It's more like, just incredible visuals that will absolutely blow your mind on a 300-foot tall screen that's wrapped around you.
But everyone's drinking just water, right? There's no alcohol or no other substances.
We didn't really drink because the drinks are stupid expensive, and I fucked up, and I thought we're on an aisle seat, but we're on the outside. So I was like, cool, we just got to walk past 15 people to go to the bathroom. I was like, well, I'm not drinking beer tonight. And it was like a shot of just a straight whiskey was like $17. I was like, well, I'm not going to drop $1,000, but may have eaten some cooking mushrooms. Is that like the shiitake or psychedelico? I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was it's quite a show. If you ever get a chance in Vegas, go check it out, because even before anything was happening, it was the most impressive
something was happening
man-built visual experience show I've ever seen in my life. It was bananas.
I've heard the Sphere itself is quite impressive.
Yeah, even just seeing something regular. They have little shows during the day, but like it's so big, like my neck was hurting because I was looking up so much and up behind me that like I had to just kind of put my head down and stretch it out. But it is like I was just like, oh god, I can't look up anymore for like a minute. But it was just like, who the fuck thought of this?
Right.
Put this together and then made it look like a round thing, make it look square at times. It was impressive. So highly recommend it.
I think Elon Musk made it.
I mean, mean, honestly, probably a lot of people way smarter than them, but to make it and then make the visuals of what they did and tying it through is really neat. If you like a band and they're there, I would highly recommend seeing a band there.
What if it's like one person?
just Weird Al.
It's like I can almost see him.
Yeah, no, you really don't need to, because then like the visuals go on and they'll have their face up on the screen. And,
That's
I mean,
great.
it's insane.
Did anybody go over balcony? I feel like at that show, people are all hide up and they're going to...
No, there's not a ton of balcony space. A lot of it's like the suite. So it's like a lower standing level and then a lower level. And then you're all just kind of up on this. It's like a steep thing though. But I mean, it is like, they'll change the scene. Like, holy shit, I feel like they just opened the window and we're outside all of a sudden.
Cool.
Incredible.
Nice.
So
you had a good time.
Oh, so much fun. Yeah. So go to the Sphere. And, the show. Sorry.
Get the fuck out of Vegas as soon as possible.
Yeah, and then seriously, get the hell out of there. And
I hate that place.
Oh, it's not great.
I've been there. I've probably been there 25 times.
Yeah,
and every
sounds
time
like you
was.
hate it.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
This is the last time.
well, here's the qualifier: is that I've been there for. Everything's been for softball tournaments or
That's
soccer
why people
tournaments. I go there to play and stay in my room and leave.
Yeah.
After it's all over,
It's really the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Stay in your room. Don't go out.
and then go get something to eat. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good food. God,
That
damn
is
good
true.
food. Yeah, it was great. We're there too. We have electric bikes. We're gonna have our batteries rebuilt because they're really old. So we brought them all the way down there because there's a place that does it. We wanted to get it taken care of, and like an hour out of town heading home. But it's like, so what are we supposed to do with these batteries? And I was like, motherfucker, I don't know. Leave them in our trunk and then pay for shipping at this point because
I guess we're turning around.
yeah, no, I was like 2 hour round trip. No, not
okay.
happening.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
you thought about it.
yeah, we did.
Anyway,
so Joe,
Yes.
you're on the show.
Well, thank you for asking me on.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I really thought it out, and then I walked up to you yesterday, and I was like, hey, man, what are you doing tomorrow?
I really thought it out.
Yeah. No, we've been trying to bug you to be on here on and off for a while, but the person who was supposed to be on couldn't make it, and I was like, well, Joe's going to be fucking spectacular. So we,
Okay.
Oh, boy.
yeah, no pressure, but you really need to step it up right now.
Okay. Sure.
We have a large fan base.
What do I got for you?
I don't know. You
Oh,
tell
shit.
me. We
That's how
invited
would you like to know?
That's not how this works.
All right. Well, sorry. We're just in a goofy mood today because our last guest was a hoot. So you've been in this neighborhood, the Coronado neighborhood, for how long?
Since 1812.
Yep.
Yeah, seriously.
1968.
Damn, you were in that movie Far and Away, huh? You're like planted your flag, Tom Cruise. No?
And so we grew up in Garfield, right?
Okay.
And then when I was 10 years old, we moved here, and
Damn.
which was, and I was thinking about it, sitting here, and I was like, I really wouldn't. We had a cool neighborhood over in Garfield, and all the guys we grew up with over there. We just had a reunion 2 days ago, and
that's amazing.
Yeah, and it was a totally different. And there's 15 guys, and
Jeez.
so I learned a lot over there. But then I moved over here. I've loved it. When I moved here, I was already going to school with people over on that side in Garfield, and then moved over here, and then it was cool. It was different. Like we moved into Country Club Park, and
Excuse me. Whoa.
Thanks for slumming it today.
and here's the really weird thing I didn't think about till later, in later years, when they, this became a historic district, and Country Club Park did. And anyways, there's some research done, and I got all the records and stuff there, and we were the first, let me just say, ethnic family that moved into Country Club Park from the time it was built.
That was back in the Red Line days, wasn't it?
It was just after, and there was a lot of stuff going on in Garfield, and my mom, just wanted us to. We were going to go to North High and stuff, anyways. My oldest sister had just graduated from Emerson, and so we started. So we got in over here, but what it was, I was just thinking the other day. I go, we're the first ethnic family that moved in over there, and I remember, because my dad wasn't even a citizen, and we bought into.
That's amazing.
My dad was a laborer. At that
awesome.
time, my mom worked at the county. There's 6 kids, man. We moved in over there, but anyways, and I remember my mom was like, "You guys better behave."
Yeah,
Hey, don't worry about it.
We're in the Country Club now.
Yeah, there's a park right there.
You guys better behave. 2 weeks later, I get caught stealing a candy bar at where Virginia Market is now.
Good
As a
job.
Circle K. I was
I
like,
mean, you
"God,
made it 2 weeks. That's
dang
pretty
it."
solid for a kid, you know?
yeah. So, anyways, from then on, made great friends in the neighborhood. I see, like across the street from you, Brian.
Yeah.
The kids growing up together and all
man.
that, and those kids are tight. And I love that. Sometimes, the other night I went to, Al invited me to go see the kids dance recital type thing.
Oh, nice.
I was thrilled to do that, and went to a lot of the, Julie's basketball game. So I just grew up playing and everything, around here at Coronado Park.
Yeah.
Right here at Monterey. I mean, it was... And North High back then, the campus was open. So on weekends, that place was just filled with people playing basketball out there on the football field. So, anyways, that. So I kind of grew up in, it was kind of a cool middle class, I guess, upbringing kind of.
The damn old good old days, dude.
Well,
Seriously.
there was shit going on just like there is now. I mean, the racing cars and all kinds of stuff. And
Well, there was horses back then.
no, people built hot rods and shit. These kids, we had auto mechanics, and that auto mechanics teacher over there, he'd helping people build hot rods. And
that's funny. You had to complain about it on MySpace?
Stone tablets.
When we were kids, I mean, when we were like 12 or whatever, and I say this on the board, and I'm kind of serious. I go, you hear them coming down the street. I when I walk home, I look at that orange tree over there, and I go, these things are almost big. In 2 more months, they'll be big enough to throw at cars. And I'm serious, man. And I go, you hear those guys coming? I go, it really doesn't matter to them anyway. If it's a stolen fucking car, you just go, boom, I go, next part is, Anyways, I was in my own mischief in this neighborhood, man. It was just, I mean, we weren't stealing or knocking people in the head or shit like that. We weren't even racing. I wasn't even racing my 454 Chevy pickup around this neighborhood unless the cops are chasing me.
Yeah. Why would the cops be chasing you?
I really hate talking about that too, because I don't want to glorify it. It was stupid as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And it was really bad, but I did it 3 times, man. I mean, just it
was a different Joe, officers. It was a different Joe.
Right. Hey, let's talk about how cool Calpines was back then too. My friends' moms, 2 of them, their moms worked behind the counter at the soda
Calpines.
And the fucking dude, it was just like going to somebody's house, and we hung out there, and there were doctors from whatever, the pediatricians, and that one wall right there, those 4 seats or 3 or whatever, that's where the doctors and shit sat, and they hung out there. There was a telephone hanging on the wall in the corner, payphone. People would use that thing. Hey, excuse me, I gotta get in there.
Take a phone call here.
So for those of you who don't know, McAlpine's is an old timey soda shop, I guess. Basically,
and it had a pharmacy in the back in the day.
Yep, it's a little different now, but it's still there. So
still the old timey soda shop.
You can get a phosphorus, which I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah,
but
it's a teeth cleaning.
This, I mean, if you think about it, my mom's from this neighborhood. Well, not this neighborhood, but Garfield, right across the way. If you go, on 16th Street, McKinley, there's that gas station right there on the corner. It's on the northeast corner. You guys ever venture south of?
I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, my little ankle bracelet starts beeping.
But right there's a gas station right there in the corner. But if you'll notice, it's built around a house, just like this right here. And nobody really ever notices that. But that's where my mom and her mom and dad and her brother, when they first got here in 1930, they lived in that house.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, we've been around. My mom used to tell us the stories about when they'd ride the trolley up here to the Brill line.
Used to be a trolley that went right through the neighborhood.
Yes. Yeah. And it would turn right here on Brill. It had a whatever.
Roundabout, whatever.
Yeah, roundabout.
Thingamajigger.
That's awesome.
Head back that way.
Nice.
So you mentioned that, like, a lot of the mischief back in the day is still mischief. It happens today, whatever. What do you if you can recall all your past memories, what is in your assessment the biggest difference between that time in the neighborhood and today?
Well, for one, these vehicles are just. I mean, everything's a rocket nowadays. You know, you back then, if you didn't build your own hot rod, you were driving around in a 57 Bel Air with 3 on the tree going.
Yeah, only weighed 8,000 pounds.
You know, and so you know that, and you know the proliferation of kids just outdoing each other and stuff like that. You know, I mean, what you can do, man, is we're evolving, right. I guess, right. You know, and you know, we're a country that is experimenting with freedom and shit like that, you know, and people know how to push the boundaries and
right.
stuff like that. So, I mean, kids even.
Sure.
I'm reading that thing today about, okay, anyways.
No.
I'm going about Whittier, you know, school, and I go, I cannot even believe this.
Yeah, so the people that don't know, the local school, Phoenix 1, I think the district, is considering closing a bunch of elementary schools and middle schools. So that's what Joe's talking
crazy.
about. Yeah.
I was just talking to somebody the other day because I'm going to retire here real soon. I go, and I used to go to Whittier. They used to bus us over there for wood shop because you know there was a lot. We had wood shop here at Emerson, but there were so many kids going to all the schools they had to split some shit up. You know,
right.
So, but I have a little affinity for that because I went to school with a lot of guys from Whittier. And you know, and so I see that and I go, man, I'd like to go over there and volunteer, but I know that's emotional.
Sure,
but I go, I know to do something like that. To go, I'm gonna go do something.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of rules and shit that go along with that.
Like, no. Right. I went to wood shop here 41 years ago. I'm fine. I know.
Look, I went to wood shop.
Man, all I did was build paddles and shit.
Another oar?
Yeah. They're going, really? You were in 7th grade. Why were you building paddles?
Beat the shit out of people, man.
Yeah,
You got any more questions, asshole?
Yeah, it's fucking extra credit, man.
Yeah.
For the PE teacher and the wood shop teacher.
Yeah, man.
I'm interested about the vibe of the neighborhood. How would you think the character of the neighborhood has changed from back in the 60s, 70s to now?
Well, you know what's funny is I talked to a guy one time that was older than me, and he goes, and because over at North they used to have this big track meet at this time of year. It was called Luke Greenway. It was open to all the top performers across the state high school. Anyways, this kid was going, we went over there to watch the thing, and I missed my ride or something. Yeah, you had to go to a payphone or something to call. And he's going, we're walking down the street, and these dudes from down the street, they're going, hey, where you from, and all this shit. And they goes, they beat the shit out of us, And they're from, this is like in 1966.
Yeah.
And I think about it back then, and it was territorial and stuff. It's just like now, but I think now it's better, man. Even when I was going to school, everybody calls Coronado now, which to me, Coronado's over there,
right.
Where you guys live, there, you know?
Right. Not country club. We get it. Thanks, Joe.
Put your pinkies down, bro.
Well, you know how that whole thing happened with them and all that.
Oh,
you know, I mean, it turned out to be, I guess, a blessing. Right? I mean, is it working out?
I don't know. I think it's jury's out. I don't know.
Yeah. I hope so.
We hit these ebbs and flows, and fucking big hugs and shit around this neighborhood. But I think we're on the upswing again right now, man. I mean, for a while, everybody was fucking mad and shit. I laugh. Okay, but you're asking about what I noticed because I've been embedded here for so many years.
Yeah.
And I tell people this, I go, I really don't notice a lot of people go, remember how bad it was in 1990? And I go, oh, fuck, I don't remember shit like that.
Yeah.
I go, but it happened.
Sure,
I'm not, just because I didn't remember it didn't mean it happened.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. But just because I was here.
Ebbs and flows, man.
And then I don't even think about it. I've never been territorial about this place or whatever you go. But I go, I guess I'm part of the fabric, and I go, I just didn't fucking notice.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, especially when you grow up so young. How old were you when you moved into Coronado from Garfield?
10.
Okay, so from 10 to 31, I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah.
but like that's however old you are, getting close to retirement, like that's a big span of time to, at your 20s, you think is like, oh, this is what's going on. 30s, this, 40s, this, 50, like your mind changes and you grow. You're like, sometimes like, I'm 20, like, it's not that bad. Everyone's out having a good time. And then as you age, you start thinking like, oh, well, these darn kids, like, God damn it, I'm that person.
Well,
Get off my lawn.
and when you said something earlier, you go, how old are you? He had a birthday. I'm getting old. I'm going.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I know.
So-
I have a really good skin regimen.
But at the same time, I mean, seriously, this is something I was thinking about earlier too. I go, I used to be afraid of old people when I was a little kid.
Hell yeah.
Because
they're
fucking
scary.
57, dude, look like 87 nowadays.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was just scary to me. Plus that, and my grandma and my mom being always feeling like you're gonna get kidnapped or fucking hovering and shit like that.
My mom's always like, go get in that van, it looks nice.
He has candy.
Yeah.
I was like, do you not want me?
Mama?
Dude, my mom was a badass, man. Anyways, I mean, she was great.
Yeah.
Anyways, so getting back to looking at the neighborhood,
Just the vibe.
I can think of some shit that happened back then.
Sure, but
rival. I mean, we did some stupid shit.
Just
You know there where Adrian and Nicole lived, man. I remember one time it was in the summer, and we'd go down to Mexico with my dad, and we'd drive down there, and my brother and I couldn't wait to go so we could buy fireworks.
right.
Now you're still
just like-
selling them to this day.
So I remember, and the biggest bang you get was over at Circle Park because of the
the
surrounding,
acoustics and
Oh,
shit.
yeah. The berm.
echo chamber.
We
Dude.
don't
That's what we
need to
call
give
it.
any tips to our listeners.
Yeah. But so on the way out one time, it was like 6 a.m, summer. We dropped fucking black cat, about 2 of them in the mailbox over in that house right there. Boom, boom.
Boom.
Right after our mom goes, you guys better behave.
Like, no problem. Do you have matches, Mom? just
Can you put the lighter in the car on?
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
that.
There you
I got
go.
a Thing.
Yeah, be quick here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we used to throw oranges at cars and stuff.
Yeah, now you're still talking
normal shit.
Yeah.
I mean, random cars that didn't deserve it.
It's just like, car!
I'm going to make a note to myself, buy oranges.
We'd go over here to Monterey Park, right? And back then they had this terrace with a flat roof. So at this time of the day, we go pick the oranges and throw them up on the roof and go, we're come back.
See you later, motherfuckers.
And there'd be like 10 of us. And dude, 7 out of the 8 guys became quarterbacks because they could time shit,
Just yeeting it. Like, I could go state, bro.
Good Lord.
That's
For any
amazing.
of our younger listeners, please don't do this.
Yeah.
Cheap training. Forget all the gadgets, dude.
Yeah.
Just go do real life
Quit
stuff.
doing burnouts and shooting your gun,
Yeah.
bitches.
Go get an orange.
Throw some fucking citrus. There's so much here.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah.
And Joe's been around a while. I think he's got some rapid fire answers that others may not.
Oh, yeah. You ready to
So-
wrap it?
Yeah,
Here you go.
hit him
All
up.
right.
Hit him
Go.
up.
Here's one for you that connects with that. We're sitting 50 feet, 70 feet from where, after one night of throwing oranges at cars, this is God told us, hey. So we're running back, and right next to where we're sitting here is the parking lot, and that used to be a Texaco station, and right in back between the Texaco and this property was a white picket fence. Anyways, we're running back, and this dog comes running after us. Today I saw somebody going, this St. Bernard mix, whatever.
Yeah.
That was what I go, that fucking dog's still alive. It doesn't chase us down that
Poor
night.
lady.
Fucking
So
Cujo.
anyways, my
Yeah.
brother, it came heavy after my brother, and my brother's trying to jump over the white picket fence, and the lady had the sprinkler going, and this gal that lived here was probably fucking 80 or whatever, you know. And my brother goes to jump over there, and he slips on the thing, and it impales the inside of his thigh on that
God.
thing, you know.
A
That
red
sounds
picket
bad.
fence now.
And then, so anyways, he had to go to the
Hospital?
You gotta fucking 40 stitches or some shit.
Jesus, how's the
She
dog?
The dog. Well,
We put it down.
my mom is like, when you get better, I'm still gonna
I'm gonna
kick
whoop
your ass.
Yeah, dude.
You know those paddles you were making?
Yeah. I'm gonna need one of them, a big fucker with holes in it. That's funny.
Dude, they're giving kid that time. I'm gonna say we were probably 12, 13, whatever, giving kids pain pills. I mean,
Sure, why not?
Shit back then, you know.
Hell yeah.
My mom's going, give me those.
Yeah. I'll hold on to them. I'll let you know when you need another
That's
one.
right.
So
Yeah.
I was also here. You know where the Goody is over there in the corner, the artist, right?
Yeah.
At that time, when I was a kid, at 72, that store was open, and it was owned by the Ong family, whose family still owns some of the, the little markets like that around town.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember the day that thing ended, man. It was the end of the record 160 days without rain, and then we got like an inch and a half, June fucking 5th or something like that, and there was so much debris up there that when it rained, those what do you call them there?
Trains?
Gutters.
Good, yeah. The
Rain
outlets,
spouts. Yeah.
were plugged, and that thing just went.
Oh shit.
Oh, the whole gutter came down?
Yeah, the whole roof.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
The roof is on fire.
dude,
That's crazy.
I bet you that store would still be open if that had never happened. man.
All right, we're going to have you some rapid fire questions. Cool?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. One of our classics here. I thought you'd be good at answering this because you know what you do. But
You know what you did.
Yeah. What is your best hangover cure?
BLT
Ooh, good answer.
with extra bacon.
Okay, you put an egg on that bitch at all, or just straight up old school
just
BLT?
hit that.
BBLT.
BBLT. I mean,
Yeah.
all right. Good answer. Good
Solid.
answer. Yeah. Michael, it's your turn.
Lunch or dinner?
Nowadays, lunch.
Around dinner time.
Yeah, fucking old man time,
meet
dude.
in the
About
middle.
4.
It's
About 4.
Blue plate special.
Nice. All right. So say you're stuck in an airport, for like 3 hours, sitting at a bar, and you could pick who you sit next to during that time. Who would it be? You can't be all like, my great grandpappy nappy, like somebody maybe you don't know. Who would you want to be stuck next to?
You mean alive or dead?
Could be dead, but
Sitting next to a dead person be weird.
yeah, but they are alive. You re-alive them because you're in Newark.
Like a zombie.
Yeah, but they're not trying to bite you.
Oh.
Yeah. Somebody just sit there for 3 hours with
Dude, I'm going to say
Michael Anderson.
I know. I'm going to say Jimi Hendrix got to be in the top 3 there, and I'm thinking maybe, dude, I would like to sit there with Charles Barkley, and because the dude just is, he's a real dude with a lot of perspective from being from the South and all that, and he's seen some shit that, and I go, and he has some views that I wouldn't expect from,
And he has no filter whatsoever.
Yeah.
He'll just say whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, and then I think maybe Muhammad Ali, and then maybe Jimmy Carter, man.
Yeah.
That dude make me tear up, and
I go with like 82-year-old.
Okay.
Like Jimmy Carter.
82-year-old Jimmy Carter.
I go, okay, I got a new one, man. I'll knock right out of there. Richard Pryor.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, my buddy asked that. He's asked that a few times. I said to Jim Carrey, I think that would be like stuck next to him, or he'd just have to entertain and be just a fucking hoot, man. Did I ask the last one, or did you?
Okay.
I did. It's your turn.
If you had the ability to make someone sneeze or cough, which would you choose?
Sneeze.
Sneeze.
Why?
Because I think it's been documented, I think, or something like that. But I know.
Too many. Just don't hit us with all the facts, dude.
I mean, all the science is too much.
Why? Just because, when you sneeze, it's like
It's funnier.
it's more
orgasmic. You're trying to
something
say.
like that. They said
It's almost
some
as
people
good as
say-
an orgasm.
Who says that?
Yeah, some people. Yeah,
People that
I've
never
read
had
it.
an orgasm.
Yeah, exactly.
It is incorrect.
The right one.
It'd be kind of funny that like right now you're taking a drink of water and be like sneeze me.
Yeah.
And then
Unless you were choking and you coughed that fucking thing up.
Because you're sitting directly across from Michael. That's why I said it'd be really funny.
Oh,
You
yes.
do those really awkward things you hope you only do at home on the couch.
Okay, let's do hit rapid fire. Let's do some
this
more.
is it.
That's what we're doing.
That's what
was
we're
it?
doing.
No, we got.
Motherfucker, we got 5 more minutes.
No, we blabbed
No,
on
it's
forever. But no, we have. I have another one for you here.
All right.
What is, in your opinion, the best hot sauce?
The best is probably
Thai Basco.
well, my sisters make some killer sauce, but the only reason is because the only reason that is the owners of Rito's were the grandmother and my mom were like best friends, and she was the cook at my grandfather's restaurant downtown. Mexican food. It was legendary.
Right.
New Times gave it a whole fucking, when they closed down, it was like legendary farewell. So, and then their daughter, who was my babysitter for a little bit, a few times. Well, anyways, the whole thing, we kind of have the recipe to make it, and my sisters do it really well.
So you stole it.
Well, they gave it. They willingly gave it to us,
Oh, okay. Very
because
nice.
I mean, yeah.
Put the
we're
paddle
tight.
down. We'll give it to you. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, we're family, man.
Yeah. Is it just at
I go-
Safeway, or where do we get this stuff?
What's that?
Where do we get this beautiful sauce you're talking about?
My sister, I know my sister Julie will make a tub of this shit for
Okay, do you ever like contact information that people are going to want to reach out?
Oh,
Is it
well, she doesn't do it like
602-623?
that. Hey, let me give her a heads up, man.
Okay,
Get the
I would
bucket ready.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like a bucket of that, please, and thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's so everywhere that came from, there's a derivative. Because do you remember the Matador Mexican food?
Yeah.
Okay, that's our cousin that owned that too.
Okay.
But they had the same folks, people, and everything. But as it moves around, the original
It changes a little bit.
Yeah, it changes a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Everyone
Yeah.
puts their dick in it.
No, I don't like this penis.
Too salty.
Yeah. All right, one last one, because you've been around the neighborhood. Like, probably if we did the math of all the people we interviewed that actually live here in the neighborhood, you probably have more years in there than all of them combined, or close to it. Maybe, maybe. We'd see.
Born in 1846. So.
Seriously, was the Mayflower dope?
yeah,
Joking.
fucking yeah.
Roomy, surprisingly roomy. Terrible toilets. Terrible toilets. Yeah.
The food sucked.
Yeah, seriously.
Too much
So,
syphilis.
A lot, yeah, seriously. But what is your best or favorite memory of Coronado? You sit there like, man, this was such a great moment, day, time, decade.
Well, I'm glad you asked that. And this is
Yeah.
no bullshit, man. My favorite memory is of this place is what it is now.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Why do you say that?
Because this reminds me, I'm fucking, I'm closer to 70 than I am to 60. And I go,
Show off.
so I have friends from coast to coast in this neighborhood that I go, you can hardly go anywhere. I go, I'm gonna run over to Sunshine real quick, and you see four people, or
like 4
Virginia
hours.
Market, or walk down the street, or there's just so many people, and like the kids over there, on Cypress Hill.
Dude, they're hilarious.
Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, they're tight and they're fun, and it keeps me young to be around everybody.
Yeah.
And I just, and I got it's cool.
crazy.
You come down there, and this place is within 2 blocks of my house.
That's
Right.
pretty great.
I
Dangerous.
come down, and everything. I have a memory every 200 feet of this place. You know. Yeah. I mean, and I'm not bullshitting you, man.
Yeah.
It's
That's
Yeah,
great.
it's interesting that you stay here. I mean, you've got years on me, decades, but even for the 15, 20 years I've been here,
Yeah.
you start to become part of the neighborhood. I know that sounds a little weird,
Staple.
but you become intertwined in
Yeah.
a way. So it becomes less of a place that you live and more of a place that you inhabit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like you're
And like you've done it too. Like, I just lived here and like not gone out and met people. You've been involved in shit. You referee our kickball games and just shit like that. I was like, oh man, I gotta tell a story on you, Joe, because it's pretty funny. Where I started running the tool shed, and I was like, I was like, man, like I get these orders from Terry, and then like this dude Joe was hitting me up, and I'm like, the fuck, dude. I'm like, you guys need to get your own account or something here. I'm waiting for you and all this. And I rolled up and I finally he picked something down. I was like, oh fuck, it's you, Joe. Like, I am so sorry, dude. I didn't mean
That's all right.
disrespect you.
no,
I was still, I didn't build my fabric in the neighborhood quite yet. I knew people, but I was like, damn, how did I disrespect fucking Joe like that, dude? I'm like
Oh, dude.
emailing you and shit.
Okay, I get. Well, damn,
yeah.
we're out of trouble.
We're fine. We're fine. We run the
check
show.
This,
We can stop.
So check
whenever.
this shit out. So when I first met Joe Dominguez over there at it was
Humble.
Well, it might have
living
been
room
living
before,
room.
yeah.
Well, it was Humble Pie. Probably just turned there, and I go in there and he's holding court over there and said something like. Yeah, this is my neighborhood. I go, okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Okay,
motherfucker.
guy.
I gotta tell you something, man.
Where's your billboard, bitch?
But I gotta tell you, and Joe, and I had him back down. He was going, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got me, man.
Yeah.
I go, yeah.
Yeah. How many
But I
stitches
don't-
have you got in this fucking neighborhood, bitch?
But because I've been around here longer,
Yeah.
there's people that are way involved in here and they volunteer their time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you guys, other people that
Yeah.
don't. I go, that's why I'm glad I'm closer to 70 than I'm to 60. People don't expect me to do shit.
Right.
But you guys, with your young, vibrant energy,
Don't ask
vibrant
Joe,
energy,
he'll break.
get out there.
Yeah.
Keep doing the good work.
Like, you good at doing guest services, Joe?
How about a greeter?
Yeah.
Hand out stickers when people come in the neighborhood.
Yeah. So, but see, to me now, I go, man, these guys are invested. These
Yeah.
and the women, the people that are just been elected and all that.
Yep.
There's been some amazing people. you
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
come through here. I mean,
Great.
amazing
Yep.
people.
Yeah.
And their organizational skills. I go, I had all those ideas, man, but I just ain't fucking good taking the time to fucking.
Yeah, everyone's got all sorts of
man.
ideas. Like, cool, man. Would you like
Shit.
to lead that initiative? Like,
Nope.
well, it's
Hey,
not
you know
that
what-
great of an idea.
I'm real good at this. Hey, you know what you should do? Dude?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like, you know what you should do? The thing you came up with, bro.
Yeah. I don't really do that, folks.
No, you don't. You're good. You're good, man. You're good. But
Well,
no,
staple of the neighborhood, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, appreciate you.
Velasquez, yeah.
You coming on, dude. That's being here, doing a lot of stuff, being a part of it, and
Yeah, man.
telling this good, getting like a good history of the neighborhood and your perspective. I love your last answer. That's great. Like,
It
okay,
is.
right now, because yes, there is blah blah, but all the same shit we complain about now that we have a social network where we can just blah anytime we want, including myself. But we still like now, like you stick it out here, you do your part, give back to the neighborhood. You can really build great relationships. So
The coolest thing is, I work for the city of Goodyear right now, and I've worked all over. But when you meet people from different parts of the valley, and you tell them where you live, they're like, "Oh, I love that place, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could live there." And I go,
like, do you know Joe?
yeah. "No." I go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of family too. My
Yeah.
brother and my sisters, but my brother and I were. My brother's got as much shit as I got, for stories around here. But he lives up in Flagstaff now.
Yeah.
He's dead to me.
Yeah.
He's dead, man.
I don't even want to know his name.
With his 60 acres.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I really don't
forest.
like him
Okay,
at
yeah.
all.
He's a terrible person.
He sounds like
Yeah.
a real jerk.
With his milking cows and ducks and geese and
But does he like have like a spare house on one of those acres that he wants to
fuck,
rent for
is
very
it?
cheap
Well,
during June,
yeah.
July, August?
Yeah, actually, he has a RV hook up there. You
There you
pull
go.
right in there with electric. fucking
Does he
shit.
have an RV I
And
can
it's,
borrow?
and it's away from the house, man. What's that?
I said, does he have an RV I can borrow? Yeah.
Oh,
No,
God.
man. Thanks for coming on, Joe. We do
Thank you.
appreciate
thank
it.
you,
dude.
guys.
It was,
Appreciate it. It was fun.
Spectacular.
Great fun.
Okay, good time.
Ciao.
Step right up to the wildest show where two big minds are ready to blow. Conversations deep yet full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Tall and talking, big in brains, making sense of life's wild lanes. Deep dive chats and fun remain. Bet you won't hear this on the plane. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. No stone unturned, no joke too small.